Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the zombies extraordinaire, and it feels good to say that because today, right now, we are uploading the Shadowed Throne gameplay. I got 10 minutes of zombies gameplay for you guys to check out, and honestly, I really am hyped about this map. First of all, I just want to say a huge thank you to Activision for flying me out to Sledgehammer Games to play this map early and get you guys some awesome gameplay and all that stuff. They paid for my flight and hotel. It was greatly appreciated and an awesome experience. I also got to go out to dinner with Cameron Dayton, the zombies director, and I just had a blast, man. It was so fun, and honestly, I'm really hyped for this map. So if you guys don't know, I am a zombies YouTuber, so I post zombie videos, and having a brand new zombies map to play is definitely something I'm super stoked about. So any guides that I can make for this map, they're going to be right here on my channel as quick as I can get them up for you guys, and as informative and correct as I can get them. So make sure you guys stay tuned if you want to learn how to play the map and eventually beat the boss fight and get everything done. So anyways, guys, before I get into it, I do want to talk really quickly about what's going on later on today. At 12 o'clock, when this map actually releases for everyone, I am going to be streaming the Easter egg and hopefully figuring out the Easter egg and completing it. That is my goal. So I hope you guys are excited for that. And also, I want to kind of start off this video by talking about the different achievements, and then we're going to get into more detail about specifics of the map. So let's jump right into the achievements. Alright guys, so if you watch the trailer, the boss zombie is called the Stadjäger, which means like city protector, and the trophy is Stadger down. So in the Shadowed Throne, defeat the Stadjäger, and I probably said that totally wrong, but that is going to end up being the boss zombie that you have to beat at the end for the boss fight. Now the next trophy is called Dat is Good. In the Shadowed Throne, find the Uberschlagen, which means find Pack-a-Punch. Now, no one at the capture event actually found Pack-a-Punch, so it should be pretty interesting to see how it goes there. Next is Ballistics Be Damned, and it says in the Shadowed Throne, reach wave 15 using only melee weapons. So this is definitely going to be really fun. I found the Spike Bat. I also found an Ice Pick, and I also found the shovel, and the perk that allows you to have extra melee damage is also on the map, so it shouldn't be too hard. I'm definitely going to make a video showing you guys all the locations of all the different melee weapons, but for right now in this gameplay, I'm just showing you a little bit with each of the melee weapons. The next one is Something Wonderful. In the Shadowed Throne, get 50 Geikoch with a special weapon in one match. So the Geikoch is like the burning zombies. These are the fire zombies. So you have to kill 50 of them with the wonder weapon. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm excited to see how that goes. The next one is Putting on a Show. In the Shadowed Throne, keep a Geikoch alive on the stage for 1 minute. So there is actually like a little theater, and you have to keep them on the stage for 1 minute. So that should be pretty interesting to see how that one goes. The next one is a hidden trophy, and it says in the Shadowed Throne, obtain the blade without firing a gunshot. So this is actually completing the Easter egg without shooting at all and only using melee weapons. So this one is definitely very interesting. I'm kind of excited to see how this one is. Now we already got the pommel and we got the hilt, so this means that we're getting another piece for Barbarossa's sword. So this time we're getting the blade, and that should complete the entire sword. So I'm pretty excited to see where the story goes with us completing and fully building the sword. The next one is Not a Player, and it says in the Shadowed Throne, after round 20, survive at least 2 full rounds without anyone leaving the church. So this one definitely looks pretty interesting as well. The church is fairly small, so you're going to need some really good guns and the wonder weapon, obviously, in order to survive 2 full rounds without leaving the church, but still a pretty good achievement nonetheless. The next one is also another hidden trophy, and it says in the Shadowed Throne, while inside the museum, kill 250 zombies with the blade in a single match. So I'm assuming the blade's going to be really powerful if you need to kill 250 zombies in a single game. That looks really awesome. The next one is Equal Opportunity Destroyer, and it says in the Shadowed Throne, collect Geistcraft from each zombie type in a single match. So obviously there's a bunch of different zombies, and we're gonna need to collect like their souls, I'm assuming. So these are like the regular zombies, the pest zombies, the whistling zombies, and then obviously we have the other ones that catch on fire, as well as the like boss zombie. So I'm pretty sure that's all of them. And last but not least, we have the last final one, which is going to be in the Shadow Throne. Kill a whistling using each melee weapon in a single match. So you need to kill a whistling zombie with each of the different melee weapons. I believe there's 4. I'm not 100%. There may be 5. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Those are all the achievements. Now let's actually talk about the map for a little bit. So unfortunately in this video I can't actually upload the intro cutscene, but basically what was going on is our crew, they rode on a Zeppelin all the way to Berlin, and they ended up getting launched down into a spawn room. Now the spawn room is actually pretty big. I'm surprised how large it is, but there are so many different entrances back into the spawn room that I think it's a little bit ridiculous. Like honestly, there's like 5 or 6 different ways you can get right back into the spawn room. Now, one really interesting thing is once you get into the city square after opening a few doors, there's a radio. Now, what you need to do is find the radio frequency, and I haven't really figured out how exactly to do it yet, but it should be pretty interesting. I know in the church there's some radio signals, so I would assume it has something to do with that, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I think only one person at the actual capture event was able to figure it out. I was just fooling around with it, and I tried getting it, but it was not really making any sense, and like we were so rushed. We had less than 40 minutes to play, so I tried to do it as best I could. I was just using trial and error, which sometimes works if you're doing the Easter egg, but at the same time it's kind of a shot in the dark, so unfortunately I couldn't really figure it out. There's also a safe that is in like one of the buildings, and that I was not able to crack either. I would assume there's a code somewhere, and I'm assuming that there's some part for the wonder weapon inside of the safe that we're going to need, or maybe a key or something like that that will open up and allow us to get to Pack-a-Punch. Once again, no one found Pack-a-Punch in the capture event, so kind of excited to see how that's going to turn out. Now, as far as the map goes, the overall tone of the map was super cool. Like, it's basically you're going into Berlin after the Russians came and just destroyed it, and apparently Dr. Schraub is using his undead army to kind of win it back for the Germans. Now we know that he was kind of sent there to save Hitler, we're assuming, so I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to turn out. It turns out that in Berlin, Hitler was actually held up there in Berlin, and then he ended up killing himself in real life, so I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to turn. I would assume that Dr. Schraub is probably going to try to become the one in charge of everything after that, so I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to turn out as well. This is all kind of just you know, what I'm hoping happens. Now there is a museum on the map, which is super cool. It's like a zombie museum. It's like the Museum of the Dead. So this is really cool. There's like a bunch of, you know, zombies and stuff, and they're all dead obviously, and it just looks really interesting. There's like models of different zombies, so this one's really cool. I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. There's also a theater, which I mentioned before, and the map is overall fairly large. I'd say it's a little bit bigger than the Darkest Shore, maybe about the same size as the Final Reich, but once again I was not able to get any more deeper, and when I went out to eat with Cameron Dayton, he said that there is much more to the map, so I'd assume there's a whole other level that you can get to, maybe underground, and we just completely missed it. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out, guys, but overall I had a blast with this map, and I'm really excited. I think by far this is the best map, and when I talked to Cameron Dayton, he also said that this Easter egg is going to be much more challenging than the Final Reich and the Darkest Shore. This is the hardest one that they've ever done so far, and also the best map that they've made so far. So I definitely believe them, and I'm just so excited to get in and find this Easter egg and just have a good experience with zombies, man. It's been so demotivating having Fortnite kind of lead the way past few months, and I think it's time for the zombies community to have a good map and enjoy ourselves. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been 10 minutes of gameplay of the intro cutscene at 12. I'll see you guys on my stream. Peace.